back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of maintenance work on the feeder, trying to get this one ready to put back out. I pulled this one out right before turkey season come in, just so I wouldn't have to worry about any feed being out on the ground during turkey season. But I haven't had any problems with the feed motor on this particular feeder. Not that it's a problem, but with squirrels, racoons and stuff getting in, and you're just dumping all the corn out. It's like they pretty much live on it. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna replace the feed motor on this particular wild game feeder with the upgraded Wild Game Innovations Evolution varmint control feeder. This one has the little spring-loaded spinner on the top, keeps the varmints from getting up in the feeder and just dumping the corn out. And it also helps with deer. I know everybody that's got a feeder out have seen that big old doe get up there and just stick her tongue up there and just spin that feeder, knocking corn out of it. And a feeder you think that was gonna last you 2 months out in the woods is 3 weeks it's empty because of it. So I put one of these on a feeder I have here at the house. So I've been able to monitor it pretty close, and it has worked extremely well. I was going through tons of corn out here just from squirrels, not so much racoons and the deer doing it, but just squirrels. Since I've installed one of these on that feeder, that has gone down to absolutely nothing as far as squirrels been able to get up there and just spin the spinner and knock feed out all the time. So we're gonna start the process of installing this one on here today and get this one ready to take back up to the hunting club and put out here in the next few weeks. So I'm gonna bring y'all along on what I do and how I install this and get it set up. So let's go. Okay, and getting prepared to replace the feed motor on this feeder, I went ahead and removed the top. I just pulled the pin out, that way I can flip this motor or the feeder upside down and have it sit pretty flat and not be just kind of wobbling around with the top on it, because it's got that concave shape to it. So right now we're just going to get the legs off this one and get it turned upside down so we can start disassembling. Now that I have it upside down, I'm going to go ahead and remove this feed motor. What I'm going to be using is an impact, and I have like a nut driver on here. Makes it a little quicker and easier. And that is the feed motor off. I'm keeping this, who knows, I might be able to use it on another feeder up at the club, or one of my other members might need a feed motor sometime soon. The new Wild Game Innovations spinners actually come with a new funnel, so we're going to need to take this one off so we can mount the other funnel on it, which is also made to help keep critters from being able to get up in there and get their paws on it and pull corn out. this is the new funnel that has to go on. See, it actually has lips on the outside of it with the nozzle down on the inside. The way it bolts on up with the feed motor, it keeps the critters from being able to get up in there and pull it down. So we've got to mount this, and of course the holes aren't going to line up, so we're going to have to make new holes. So the best thing we can do is we'll center it up. I'm just running my finger down on the inside, checking the lip, seeing how close we are all the way around to get it as centered as I possibly can. And I'm going to come back with a very small drill bit. I'm not sure what the size this is. I think it's like, well, I can't remember now. It's a very small bit just to get me a counter hole. Being plastic, it don't take a whole lot. Using the same impact to put the screws in that I have got it. It's on actually well, it's on a drill. And I've got it turned down as low as I can get it turned. You want to be real careful and not run it in too hard. Since this is plastic, you don't want to wind up stripping it out, and it would be very easy to do if you're not careful. That's the funnel mounted up. Now we start mounting the brackets to put the feed motor on. These will actually bolt back up to where the old ones come off of. So you won't have to worry about making any more holes. Again, just be real careful. You don't want to strip them out. Right. Now we've got the brackets on, now we start looking at getting the feed motor on. have the option of putting wing nuts or regular lock nuts on here. I'm opting to put the wing nuts on it for now. I may come back, change to the lock nuts a little bit later. One thing you need to be careful of when you put these on is, let me drop this down just a little. You don't want to set this down, since it's adjustable, too tight on your funnel plate down here. If you get it too tight over a period of time with your corn dust or feeder, whatever you have in there that you're spinning out, it gets a little buildup in there as this thing's opening and closing, and it can actually lock this up. How do I know that? Well, the feeder I have here at the house, it actually did that. I had it a little bit too tight, and it took, I don't know, 8 months. But one day I noticed my feeder wasn't working, and I pulled everything apart thinking I had a bad motor. And all it was I had buildup on this plate to where it was rubbing on that funnel constantly as it was closing off, and it wound up bounding it up. I pulled the motor off and come in, and I took some like 1500 grit sandpaper and wet sanded the inside of the funnel to clean it all back up, on the plate, not the funnel. The funnel seemed fine, and put it back on, and it's been working fine ever since. So just when you put one of these on, you want to make sure you're not too awful tight down on your funnel. What I did on that last one was I just barely have it sitting on it. You want it to be able to spin free, but if you look, there is no gap. You can't get any corn or anything out of that. If you have it actually rubbing, like say all the time, and you run a feeder pretty much year round, kind of like I do, you don't wind up having it bound up. And if your feeder is very far away from home, and where you'd have to go out there, like me, it's like 40 minutes from my house to go to my hunting club, and then another 15 minutes for me to get unloaded on my four-wheeler and get stuff loaded up on it, and then even get over to where my feeder's at to even start seeing what's wrong with it. So if you set it where it's set up like this, you shouldn't have any problems out of it, and it should run for a long time. What I'm going to wind up having to do is I'm going to wind up getting me a wrench to put on there. See, just tightening that up made a difference, and it got too tight on it. Should be good. All right. This point, next thing to do is start hooking up your controllers, get your wires in there for your battery and all that. So we're going to start moving forward with that and getting it to where we can do a test run on it. So this one actually comes with a digital controller, I think it does up to like 4 settings a day. I'm not exactly sure how long you can make it run, but I never let mine run more than 5 seconds at a time and do it twice a day. But this one has these type of clips that hook up to your battery. Most of the batteries I use have got the little springs on the end of them with 6-volt springs. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to use these. I may wind up having to cut these off and put the little gator clips on it. And right at this point in time, I don't have any here. So I'm gonna have to make a trip to town and see if I can't find some little gator clips so I can replace these. So at this point in time, I'm gonna stop where I'm at until I can figure out what I want to do with this, which I'm pretty sure I'm just going to replace these. I think I did that on the other one, and just put me some gator clips on here, and then we'll move forward from there. So I'll bring y'all back in when I get some clips and I start to put this back in. I appreciate y'all sticking around for this, and if you like this, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you, see what everybody thinks, and what are y'all doing for your feeders to help keep critters out of it. I know you have cages, and I've tried cages. To me, they were kind of a pain in the butt. So I started going to this, and I've had very good success with it. So this is what I'm going to stay with on the couple of feeders that I have. So appreciate y'all sticking around this long. I will come back on this video once I get me some clips, and I'll bring y'all back in at that point in time, and we'll finish hooking this up. I appreciate it. And welcome back. This next day, we're finishing up on the feed motor swap on this wild game deer feeder, getting it ready so I can take it on out. I said I had to redo the wiring for the battery, which I've already done all this. I'm not going to take y'all through all that. I put in a couple of butt connectors and put me in some clamps. I've already got it, went through and got it programmed. Everything seems to be working good. I'm going to do is I'm going to put y'all in here real close so you can see how the feeder, how it actually works when I go through a test mode. Here it goes. You notice how it spins real well when it gets all the way to the top. You don't want it actually rubbing, touching up on that funnel. You do, it starts winding up, starting to build up, and it'll actually start locking your motor up after a while. Like I say, I had that happen on my other one that I put together, but I fixed it like this and haven't had any more problems. You can see it spins real free without it. The other one actually had a drag to it before I redid it. So, but this is working out great, and that's the way you should set it up to keep from having any problems, especially if you're not going to be able to get out there and mess with the feeder on a daily basis. If you have your feeder, say, it's a couple hours away on your hunting lease. Like I say, I'm lucky enough that mine's only about 40 minutes away, 45 minutes away, so it's not too awful bad. So just keep it maintained, and it should last for a long time. One of the other things, and I can show you on my other feeder, but on the door, I don't know why, but on my other one, the latch, it's somehow or another it's not latching and staying in, and the door, when it comes on, the door actually falls. So I got some little clips and just put a little clip, and that's what they're for, these little holes. Put a little clip in there, and it's been fine, and it's one of the, like a push-pull pin. You need to stick an iron there and the door don't come down. And I'm gonna put one on this one too, just in case that's something that's going on. But so far, this one looks good, but I thought the other one was too till after it was put up and running. But that's it on changing out the motor for the Wild Game Innovations Varmint Guard feeders. I hope this helps y'all, and if it does, please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Happy hunting, guys.